Okay, everybody, this is Yolanda again, and I wanted to talk about Kenneth Branagh. Now, he's getting a lot of press basically because he's directed this movie called Thor, which will be out in a couple of weeks. But for those of you who are not really familiar with his work, I'm going to give you a little rundown. Now, he's a Shakespearean actor and director. He directed Henry V, he directed Much Ado About Nothing, and he directed what I consider the ultimate version of Hamlet, the complete Hamlet. You got in that Hamlet Kate Winslet, you got Derek Jacobi, you got Robin Williams, I kid you not. You got Robin Williams, you got Charlton Heston, you got even Jack Lemmon. Great Shakespearean movie. But what started me on my little rant today is an article I read on Guardian.co.uk. Again, Guardian.uk. I'm sorry. Guardian.co.uk. Anyway, this article was talking about how Kenneth Branagh is a star who forgot how to shine. Now, his British contribution to cinema has been great. His Hollywood contribution, they feel, is lacking. They feel that's a disappointment. I can understand them bringing cases of point as to Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, which he did. It was a so-so film. It could have been better. But I felt that they left out one of his important pieces, and that's the movie Dead Again. Dead Again now, great movie. It's basically a story of Roman and Margaret Strauss. Now, Roman's on death row for killing his wife with a pair of scissors. He says this is far from over. And he's right, because decades later, we meet Grace. Now, the name is given to her. We don't really know who she is at this point. All we know is that this woman is waking up screaming and has no memory of who she is and why she ends up at the orphanage, which we find out used to be the home of the Strausses. Now, the church doesn't want to have to deal with her, so they call in a detective named Mike Church, which is played by Kenneth Branagh. Now, he gives the girl the name Grace, who, by the way, is played by Emma Thompson, who was married to Kenneth Branagh at the time. In order to try to help her, he brings her to a hypnosis played by Derek Jacobi. Excellent Shakespearean actor out there, alive. By the way, side note, Derek Jacobi, I love you. I love you in all your Shakespearean works. I liked you in all I, Claudius. Just incredible, but I digress. So I'm going to get off that subject right now. But anyway, with his help, he brings to light some of the things in Grace's subconscious. And we find out that there's a link with Grace and what happened with the Strausses. Now, the Strausses are very much in love, but there's always tension. So we find out later that for some reason there is a link between Grace and the Strausses. And what we think is one-sided, that he is clearly responsible for killing Margaret, is that what really happened? Now, without breaking open a whole can of worms and revealing spoilers for you on this is a got-to-see film. The ending is just totally twisted. A lot of things that you take for granted when you watch the film, it's like, wow. There's a lot of plot twists, a lot of things in it that you just go like, how did I miss that? There's a lot of clues in it, but I didn't realize what the clues are until maybe a couple of viewings. But there are some very subtle clues to that. Now, there's also a very small cameo of Robin Williams in it. Well, it's not really small, but Robin Williams is in this film. Now, the rumor is that he didn't want his name in the credits because they would have thought that this was a comedy. And I can understand, again, this is before Good Will Hunting won him an Oscar, by the way. You can sort of understand why they would think that his role in there would be comedic. But he does have a serious side in this movie. So if you haven't seen Dead Again, I strongly recommend you do see it. It's a great mystery in this film, and there's so many great performances in it. Not just Emma Thompson or Kenneth Branagh or Robin Williams and Derek Jacobi. By the way, there is Andy Garcia in this film. Great acting as well. So again, Dead Again. Gotta see that film before Thor comes out, which I hope is a good film. They said that Thor is beneath Kenneth Branagh. I tend to disagree on that. I think that Kenneth Branagh works with what he gets. And, you know, he could be on the wayside like that guy who directed those horrible movies like House of the Dead, that Yui Bowl guy. I don't understand his films. I mean, a lot of his films garbage, but I just wanted to say, you guys see Dead Again. Great film. Bye.